Welcome back. Today we will try and solve this nested list problem in Hackerrank. So if you look at the left hand side, usually the problem explained and the input format, constraint, output format, sample input, sample output, and explanation will be given. So first start reading the problem first and look at the sample code given on the right hand side, and then try to solve one by one instead of trying to solve everything together, right? That's my way of looking at the problem. Given the names and grades for each student in a class of n students, store them in a nested list and print the names of any students having the second lowest grade. That's a lot of information to digest, right? So let's try and solve one problem. Given the names and grades of each student in a class of n students, if you look at the right hand side, for input that was given, right? So let's say if the input of n students, say 5 students, right? For each student there will be a name and score captured in this for loop. So this for loop will run 5 times to capture the name and score, but we don't see any code to capture this nested list. So nested list is structured this way in Python. So we will have a list and with a comma separated value, and inside that there will be another list of student name and score. So let's capture this first and store them in a nested list to start with. Students, right? So students is an array for sure, right? It's an array, and inside for loop, so this is gonna run 5 times if my number of students entered is 5, right? So I will capture this to students dot, there is a method append will add the values. I want to append a list, and I want the first value to be the name and the second one I want a score. Let's print the students. This is not going to solve the problem, so we just solved one part of the things, right? So we just captured the list. Let's see if the list that we want is getting printed. Of course it's a wrong answer. Where is my output? Okay, it's over here. Our output is matching with the records that was given here, right? So I think we got the students captured correctly. If you look at the next statement, print the names of any student or students, right, having the second lowest grade. So we need names of student, but before we go to the student name, we need to find out what is the second lowest grade. How we can find it? So let's before we find the lowest grade, we need to sort it. How do we sort? Students dot sort can do the job for us, but on what basis it's gonna sort? It's gonna sort by name or score. We need to sort by grade or score, right? So if we sort by score and we take the second value, that's our second lowest grade. the 0 index, it's going to be the lowest. First index, it's going to be second lowest, right? For that, this sort method accept few arguments. So we can say sort key lambda. So lambda meaning that it is a nameless function, right? And to sort, I want to use the index 1. So index 1, here we have a score, right? So we have a score, and it's gonna sort, and we are not assigning this value to something else. Why? Because this is in place sort, and what happens is it's gonna iterate through all the students and then move, arrange based on the key that's given here. So now let's get the grades. So we need to find the grades, right? So x of 1 is the grade for x in students. But when we get the grades, there can be duplicates. So if we scroll down, look at the sample input, right? So we have 37.21, 37.21, 2 times it's repeated. So if the score is more than 1, we might get the incorrect score. So what we can do, we can use set to get the unique list, and we not only want unique, we want them sorted. So now we have sorted grades available. So second lowest grade is grades of 1. So let's print the second lowest grade and see what we are getting. The second lowest grade is 37.21, and what is the lowest one? So lowest one should be 5, 37.2. Okay, that's a 5. 37.2 is the lowest one. So I think we are in the right path. So we have got the second lowest grade. Now we need to get the names of the students. So if we go here, if you are wondering why I'm doing this set, if there are multiple students with the second lowest grade, order their names alphabetically and print each name on a new line. Yeah, sorry, this is not related to the grades, but then if the students have same score, then we want both students to be printed. So next, what we need to do, we need to take the names of student. So we have solved this problem. We now have the students nested list available in students array, and we have got the second lowest grade available. We want second lowest grade students, right? How do we get this? So we want x for x in students, right? We want only the names of student, we don't want the grade. And when we iterate this, we need to add a condition, bring only the students if x of 1 when this for loop runs, on the right hand side we get the condition, right? On the left hand side we get the expression. So if x of 1 equals my second lowest grade, then bring all the students. So now for student in second lowest grade students print student. So we take the students and print it. So just to repeat this, we iterate the students over here, which is already sorted by grade, and we filter only the student having the second lowest grade, and we take only the student names. We exclude the index 1 value, and we just iterate through the students and then we print it. So let's see, run the code. Wrong answer. Why it is a wrong answer? Because we need them to be sorted. So what we want is sorted. So now we can see that the value is coming Berry and Harry. Let's try and submit the code. All good. Thanks for watching.